I would say comments, then you know that you have something that is actually, I would say, received by the people.
It gets the people going.
Yeah.
It's always a sight to behold. Jeremy Dave Facey has posted in CFL.
Here it is. What is
Some
it?
knowledge is
50 or
getting
100? How
dropped.
deep are we going?
Smash Ultimate was slightly more condensed because I didn't know all the players here because it's a new game. So I just posted the top 50, and I feel like from 1 to 30, I was pretty okay.
I was okay with most of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
didn't have Static Shock and F tier, so you're obviously not as bad as Jay Wong.
I think we're into the match here.
There'll be, of course, Morpheus from South Florida, Mega Man extraordinaire.
Omar, that's the boy.
Going to be going off against an Inkling Mike that I can't say that I'm familiar with, but giving a pretty good sense of Inkling pressure so far in the start of this game.
Oof. Trying to go for the rocket punch.
He rocking that red.
You got to be careful against Mega Man on ledge there, too. You see that charge of the F smash. It's going to cover both roll and get up, and sometimes get the attack at time, really. You just kind of got to jump over it.
And the coverage continues to work out here for for Morpheus. Got the invert percent, 19 to 91.
Almost a complete mix on that, too. But, I mean, it was a decent start for Mike the Inkling here. Has now just kind of turned into a one-man wrecking show for Mega Man.
Man, he was on that right side of the stage for a good minute and a half.
Stuck over there.
Locked down.
And the first splat bomb almost looked like a perfect smoke screen for an F smash to get through. Morpheus is still trying to work wherever he can.
Yeah, Morpheus is definitely trying to use every single kit that he has. We have Leaf Blade that's being used. We have I call it the regular blade, the Buzz Blade. But we have, like that being used overall, and he is pinning Inkling down off on the edge of the stage here with any chance that he gets.
I mean, let's give Mike some credit, man. He brought this really far back after a dominant start for Morpheus.
Barbershop.
Back air is going to take that stock.
Back to back with the Clippers there.
Wave check.
Didn't have the buds either. Oh man, your fit ain't right.
It's got the Samsung ones in.
Can we say how Morpheus just kind of stood there with Leaf Blade and just kind of walked in inch by inch, trying to get those extra hits, and then try to follow up with the combo? Especially, I believe Leaf Blade was actually buffed in this game too.
Very much so. And you nerfed between patches to get rid of the macro from Leaf Blade into pellets, which was incredibly strong. But Leaf Blade still one of Mega Man's best tools in this game, for sure.
Works like a real move, man.
Yeah. It really was like if you saw it in Smash where you kind of had to assume like, oh, that probably was a mistake, unless you were doing like Leaf Blade footstool setups off stage. But in this game, it really controls neutral quite a bit and does a lot of early percents.
Speaking of blades, those close metal blades, very dangerous. They can set up to back airs, they can set up to forward airs, and most of them, they can set up to death. Huge spike there.
Lift him.
Lands a solid spike onto Inkling here, and he's at 157%.
Just a little bit extra juice there.
A little bit of the paintball.
That man still got dismissed.
Yeah, well, I mean, once you're at close to 200% like Morpheus was, you kind of just got to put down your control and be like, all right, well, I was mixed in neutral, you win.
Oh no, he's trying to do it again. In the earth, and that's the one. God.
He went to that man's head.
Look, the first one was a warning shot.
Yeah, really. hard knuckle one.
Stop
Hey,
resisting.
be careful. Hard knuckle two. All right, get him out.
Wow.
And wow, I mean, what was a decent showing on the first stock there from Mike was absolutely snuffed out by the emotionless killer that is Mega Man, staring at you blankly on screen right now.
That red is a statement.
Yeah.
Let it be known.
That's
Believe
true.
that-
I want
He
blood.
chose a set.
I believe that's
the blood that comes off the characters that I go against, it mates with my armor.
Is he Bardock?
He starts the tournament in an all white fit. By the end of it, just completely red.
What would be great if Inkling had a red skin, so it would be red ink.
I
Mega
think there's a reason Nintendo shied away from a red or a white Inkling.
Yeah.
It's a good call on their
I want
part.
to see the blue Inkling though. Hey, mark your territory. There's a turf war.
All right, speaking of turf war, we have this turf war between Mega Man and Inkling in Game 2 of the Smashville.
It's kind of interesting to see how Mike's going to be able to use the Metal Blade, too. You know, Inkling, of course, just as much of a setup character as Mega Man is with the Splat Bomb. Be kind of curious if he's able to use Morpheus' tools against him, if he's able to get a hold of him. But once again, this just pure pressure from just standing at an arm's length is Morpheus. And that's kind of the benefit of some of these characters that have that mid-range play, is you're able to just kind of keep your opponent out and just tack on this damage as you go and just jump away constantly.
Mike needs to know if it's anything like last game, he needs to take this stock first, because if Morpheus takes that stock first, it is a wrap. It snowballed so heavy last game.
Yeah, huge momentum in the favor of Morpheus. And it's kind of continuing here. Only able to get 25%, but the bleeding continues on Mike. Mr. LaBalbo, was it?
Oh, goodbye. Yeah, only a quarter so far.
Yeah, Morpheus was just the offstage pressure here. Inkling landing the tech there.
And the air dodge to the stage, that was nice. Went the low route, still wasn't able to act first, so Morpheus continues to attack. Oh,
Okay.
sick parry.
Evil moment 37.
And then interrupted the up smash. That could have been a stock there for Mike,
Yeah,
staying alive.
We saw the needle drop come in and it just wasn't able to connect it.
Oh, he mixed him like a blender, man.
The back air, the Metal Blade, the fair. I mean, Mega Man really
I
benefited.
feel like I
from
just
these
saw
buffs.
Kyrie Irving play back Smash Brothers.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's very unfortunate.
Mike's got places to be. He's got lunch ready. He's like, all right, you got this, bro. G to the G, friend.
All right, Morpheus here with a huge lead at 3 stocks.
Mike got some moves, though. He got some moves.
Yeah, we can definitely expect a loser from him. He's definitely been showing a really good start. But, I mean, just the difference, the skill gap, really hard to overcome.
I got a top 6 finish coming from Morpheus today.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's a safe bet for
Yeah, I
sure.
can agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with like how different of a character Mega Man is. You can be used to fighting a lot of the cast, but you really have to change your game plan against the bomber.
There, Morpheus. Trying to add in some pressure here.
Even when he's off stage, it really doesn't feel like Mike's been able to get that pressure, consistent pressure he's wanted against Morpheus. I mean, the Splat Bombs haven't been in position. Morpheus kind of getting back to stage for free, whether he's going high, whether he's going low. Really has it having his way with the set.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of rival each other in vertical capability, right? The splashdown from Inkling goes about as high as the rush jump combo that Mega Man can use to get back to the stage. So you're not seeing Mike go very deep to challenge Morpheus, and that kind of gives that look. You can see that Morpheus is pretty comfortable whenever he's recovering or on the attack.
And I feel like Mike doesn't want to recover too low.
That was fantastic. That was so good.
Yeah. But I was going to say, like, I feel like Mike was a little afraid to recover, especially during the first match, where he did get spiked out. I think it was twice.
Yeah,
Yep.
He
two
got
stocks.
spiked out. And the thing is that I felt like he was probably afraid to recover too low, because then going lower, it kind of gives Morpheus enough time to set up and properly land those spikes in. So he was probably opting in just quick recoveries as soon as he can. But because of that, it gave Morpheus that advantage to capitalize on those options.
Yeah, Hard Knuckle is one of those moves for Mega Man where it's better than it was in 4, but it's still a hard read off stage. And, you know, being able to get those initial stocks off in Game 1 really allows him to really open up his game plan for Game 3. He doesn't have to show all, or Game 2, he doesn't have to show all of his cards, doesn't have to show all of his setups, and really just clean, calculated gameplay. We see multiple back airs from center stage, just holding position the entire time. Morpheus is really, really strong showing there.
And like you said,